And a wicked scientist of evil now is taking advantage of this condition of self-hate that we are in. We hate the blackness of our skins.
That's right.
We hate the kinkiness of our hair, the broadness of our noses, the thickness of our lips. We have been made to think that we are some ugly people. Everybody else is beautiful, but we are ugly. Well, I can't help that if you think we are ugly. But I don't have to think what you think. Since these are my lips, I ought to be able to look at my lips and say they look good to me. If this is my kinky hair, I ought to be able to look at my kink and say, hey, God, I know you know what you're doing. It's all right with me. I ought to be able to look at the way I'm built and say I wasn't given no flat posterior. I was given something I could sit down on. I ought to take pride in the way God made me. And when I learn better, I will praise God for the melanin content in my skin. When I know better, I will know that I'm a natural child of the universe. The sun is not my enemy, the sun is my friend. When I understand, I won't be ashamed anymore, because I will know that I am first. And if there be a last, I am the last. I will know that I am Alpha, I am Omega, I am the beginning and the ending, so saith the Lord. I said, check out this man's national anthem. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched, right? Were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, rockets, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, no. Wait. No. But here's a man, his anthem is death, destruction. Oh, the land of the free and the home of the slave, brave. Now that's white folks. And I see you standing up, tears in your eyes. And you fighting over a Confederate flag. No, pull that Confederate flag down. It's terrible in Georgia and South Carolina that we have that Confederate flag up there. That's a flag that deals with slavery. But what about the American flag? You caught more hell under that flag than you did under the Confederate flag. And you still catching hell. And not that you shouldn't respect the flag, that's not my point. I'm just showing you that that flag has been your enemy. Now look at you. Lift every voice and sing. Listen to your sound till earth and heaven ring. Ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the rolling sea. Man, just think about you. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Facing the rising sun of a new day begun. Let us what? Let us what? Let us what? March on till victory is won. It's your day. This is the kingdom, America, and God intends to give the kingdom to you. This is the promised land. He stole it from our brother, and God intends to give it to you. Now look, only God could do it. Only God could do it. You can't do it. I can't do it. It takes God to do it. And last, so only you can answer the question, why did you get married to that particular person that you're sitting next to? Look at him. That's probably the first time today y'all looked at each other. You can always tell married people when they're riding in a car. When they're courting, they're all over each other. She's almost sitting in his lap, and he's trying to drive. After they get married, she way over in the corner, and he got a gangster lean. You can tell the married person when they go out to dinner, their head is in the plate. When they're courting, can't take their eyes off of each other. What happened? Now, Allah wants the institution of marriage to be successful, because as I wrote and you read, Allah hates divorce. Then in some states, 3 strikes and you in for life. And would you say 2 in Georgia? See, the crackers, excuse me. I have to ask pardon of you. I shouldn't say such words. Very undignified for a man in my station to talk about graham crackers or Ritz crackers, crackers with cheese, sardines with crackers, you know. So I ask your forgiveness, especially if you're a cracker. Now, a few years ago, the brothers started rapping. They called it hip hop. But I didn't know what that meant, you know. I knew I was supposed to hip or hop, so. And us older folks, we heard the youngsters rapping. And I got to tell you, I couldn't quite understand it, you know. They were rapping so hard, and I'm trying to figure out what they're saying. I got to ask my children, what are they saying? And the babies, they translate it instantly. Oh yeah, he's saying this, Daddy. Or Grandpa, he's saying this. My sons brought the rappers to the house. I looked at these brothers, kind of strange looking kind of brothers. And I would talk to them. Now hip hop, all over the world. I'm in Africa. Put on the radio, you hear that beat, and you see the African brother. In Iran, where they don't allow no American culture, you can't even have satellite nowhere, but in the rich homes, those Iranians, they're getting down with Snoop Doggy Dogg. It's Ice Cube, it's Ice-T, it's the Dog Pound. Now, us older folk, we may not understand it, but it's captured the world. Then I turned on my TV the other day, and I saw a group of white boys. And I seen them, and the white boy was rapping, man. But they sound like us. I'm listening to the blues, and I thought it was a black person singing. I got out there, I lost my baby. And he just plucking and going. I said, man, look at that. I said, we got the whole world following us, but in a culturally degenerate kind of way. But suppose they allowed us equality of opportunity in the field of ideas. There again, you would rise. Happy because we can read the Quran in Arabic. And we love to quote Arabic expressions to make our people think we really know the language. Alhamdulillah. But see, these kind of Christians and these kind of Muslims, Satan is real happy with this kind of Muslim. See, if you're a passive Christian, Satan is happy. Oh, go to church, sing, shout, dance. Go ahead and run up and down the aisle till you faint. We got nurses to take care of you. Just don't come out and mess with my world. This is Satan talking. So you have your fun in church, but don't come out here trying to stop me politically. Satan is running government. Satan is running Congress. Satan is in the Supreme Court. Satan is in the governor's mansion. Satan is in the mayor's office. Where's Jesus Christ? If Christ were in you and you were the governor, then Christ is governor. If Christ is in Gore and Gore is governing, Christ is governing. But Christ ain't in Gore. Christ is not in Clinton. They can quote the Bible day in and day out, but I'm telling you with all my heart, Christ ain't in none of these hypocritical, satanic representatives. When they want to get elected, go ahead. They know how to appeal to you. Go ahead, say that. They'll come right in your church. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. And you see Gore clapping all off beat. Clinton come in with his saxophone. and you dumb as all get out. My man. They buy preachers. Go ahead. Say it. They need the preacher because if the preacher backs them, they can get elected. So they give the preacher a little something. A little something. But you mean you can't wait on Jesus? Come on now. Who promised you everything. And he's not a liar. But when the governor promised, when the president promised, they promised and they failed to fulfill their promise. So why would you bank on their promise rather than the promise of Jesus Christ? Food, she needs to eat. You didn't find her emaciated. You found her with some flesh on the bones, which means she was eating. And when she comes under your maintenance, she hopes to continue. When you found her, she didn't have a fig leaf on. I think she had on clothes, if she didn't tell me. Of course she did. Well, maintenance means you can't have the woman hungry and raggedy. Is that right, sisters? You sharp as a tack. Got the latest style, fine shoes. Your wife got run-over shoes. Tacky dress. Can't get her hair done or weaved or something. These styles that they got today is expensive, brother. There was a time she could just flop a headpiece on and cover up what was not fixed up. But today, she got to go to the hairdresser. And you should find one of your own. Keep your money as best you can in your circle. Strengthen each other. That's the way it should be done. But of course, hair is a big thing. I know with me, I like a particular barber. I like the way he cuts my hair. He becomes my barber till he's dead. Or till I die. My point is that when you saw her, how was her hair? Wasn't it nice? She was fixed up, wasn't she? Yeah, she had to struggle to do that, brother. When she knew she was coming to meet you, she got it together, man. I don't know how she pulled it and did what, but she got it together. She did not come to you looking a wreck. Then you can't maintain her in a wrecked state. You see a peel in the roof, what you supposed to do? You see her hair undone? That's a peel in her roof, brother. And you sure don't want it to rain on her parade. Now this is physical. You got to keep her up. Now you notice the messenger didn't say good houses. He said good homes. And a house is not a home. We'll get to that. You got to put the woman in a home. Now, I know hope, brother, you in an apartment, I hope, or in a room. And if you're in a room, you ain't gonna stay married long if you stay in a room, brother. You in your mother's house? Oh, that's a no-no. That is a total no-no. Well, for economic reasons, I went to stay with my mother. How long? How long can your wife be herself in your mother's house? That's your mother's stove. That's your mother's dishes. That's your mother's refrigerator. You are not maintaining that woman. You got a problem. So she's demanding something. Look, honey, when we gonna get out of here? She don't want to talk about your mother. That's just not respectful. Because she know you love your mother, but your mother's a pain. Well, he don't like that. He likes this. Oh, no, honey, he don't like it like that. Put more stuff in here. No, get out of the way. Let me show you how to do it. You just a nasty little housekeeper. My son likes his shirt starched. So when you come home after a paper push, you swear you did your duty. And then she says, honey, when are we going to move? And you say, look, I done told you. And don't ask me that no more. Well, your mother is a pain. What? Now, brothers, I hear that some of you hit your wives. I hear that some of you slap them. I hear that some of you get real violent. I hear that some of the wives smack you back. And get real violent too. Yes, sir. Well, now that begins the undoing of the process. You don't want your wife to be afraid of you. And you don't ever want to be afraid of her, because she watches you a lot while you're sleeping. So this fighting business has to stop. And the only way you can put a stop to male and female abuse of each other is you got to play your role. Now I'm starting with brother man. Brother, you can't play your role without money. That's why the lessons say money, good home, friendship, money. So a lazy brother can never be a good husband. Let's start right there. A lazy man who really don't want nothing, don't need a wife. If you have no object in life, no vision of where you want to go, you don't need a wife. Listen, 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 listen. Every man should know where he wants to go before he seeks someone to help him get there. So brothers, don't tell me you want to get married. If I ask you, what is your vision? What do you like to accomplish in this life? Huh? What? What do you mean accomplish? I just want to get married. Where do you want to go? What do you want to do with your life? Because in reality, when you seek a wife, she might have a competing desire. She might know where she wants to go. And maybe you don't want to go there. And maybe if you know where you want to go, she don't want to go there and won't sacrifice to help you get there. Stop. Let's start looking some more then. Because there's somebody out there, brother, that will help you if you know where you want to go. And most of the time, the brothers don't know where they want to go but to the bedroom. And after you get there, well, then what? Oh, there's more to this than that. Yes, brothers. That's what FOI has to begin to teach now. The brothers have to have a vision of where they want to go personally in their lives. And their wives must know that this is where I want to go. I want to be such and such and so and so. Well, she's got to decide whether she want to help you. She might say, well, I want to be a dentist. Well, that's nice. But once you start making babies, then you got another thought that you have to consider being a professional woman and a mother. Which one will take priority? Okay? Now, brothers, if to have money means you can maintain her, then the first thing you need as a man is a job. I'm gonna put that on the board. Or I better put it like this: job, and then under it, work. Now if, it's okay, they can hear me. If you're not working on a regular job and you got money, then the captain and the lieutenants have to ask you, where did you get it? That's right. Because if you're not working and you got money, you steal. Or you sell it. And if you're selling products, that's work that are righteous. But if you're selling drugs, that's criminal. So a criminal cannot maintain a woman who is the second self of God. So, brothers.
Yes, sir.
Now, wait a minute. You say, well, look, man, I got a fine woman, and I did sell drugs, and she dug it because I could bring the money home. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's because she didn't know herself. But when a woman knows herself, she demands something better of her companion. And when you know yourself and know herself, then you are her maintainer. Then it is your duty that God gives you to keep her up first physically. I'm going to put this on the board. One is physical. Physical maintenance. Now, sisters, if your husband don't have a lot of money, don't get a weed. Get a straightening. Because that'll tear up the poor budget. Now, we're going to deal with argument, because all the argument over how you mess up the money. And you don't have proper priorities. A priority is not a weave. It's not them funny nails. The priority is the basic things. Hair done. Done. Wash it. Blow dry it. Put pin curlers in it. Pull it with an iron. Do something with it. But if you don't have money, then don't spend what you don't have for what you really don't need. So, brother, you have to say, sweetheart, I don't have enough for that. I want you to fix your hair, but I cannot afford that. But don't look at him funny. You know what he's bringing in. And you must not misspend your husband's money. Yeah, it's a good teacher. You gotta bring your desires in line with his pocketbook. Now that may mean you can't desire too much or nothing. So while you're doing the dishes, you sing your song. I got plenty of nothing. Nothing's plenty for me. Well, a little laugh is always good, you know what I mean? Yes. Now, brothers, I'm talking to the brothers now. Since your prerequisite in maintaining the woman physically is money, then you can't buy papers and not sell them.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
That's right.
See, that makes your wife totally upset because there's her weave. There's her nails. There's her shoes. There's the baby's diapers. Sitting in the corner with the minister's picture on the front page. And after a while, she hates the paper, hate the minister, hate the nation, hate the mosque, hate you. Nigga, we was doing all right till you joined the nation. Come on now. You may look good to your lieutenant, but you ain't sleeping with him. I hope. I don't know whether this tape is for sale, brother. We gotta extract the principles. But what I'm suggesting to you, believers, I know you're a good Muslim and you really want to be a good Muslim, but a good Muslim has to be honest and hardworking and sincere. If you take 100 papers, sell 100 papers. And then from selling, you get a profit. There's the weave. I'm on this weave. Me and these Koreans, you know. I'm going to give them a community service award. Because the sisters that didn't smile even before because they thought their hair was too short can laugh now. Class should always be happy. I didn't come in a happy spirit, but you know, class should be joyous as we learn. But I'm picking up faults that hinder your marriage because the weight is on the man for maintenance. I'll get to when a woman works in a minute, you know. But brothers, the job, you got to take it as your job. If your wife has a job, you know, that's an added blessing. And that's the way any man should consider it. That's a blessing that your wife can bring money into the house. But really, that's your job. And you should feel bad as a man that your wife got to work to help feed you and your children. If you're a man, you go to bed at night thinking, I got to do something about this.
That's right. That's right.
You got to find another way to work a little harder. So you can get more money. So you can be a physical maintainer of your wife. Now, brothers,
Yes, sir.
soon I'm going to send investigators by
Yes, sir.
to see how you live. Because you look good, but if I followed you home, what would I find? A cardboard box with a paper plate on it? Brothers, there's no woman that is self-respecting that can be a good wife to you if she does not see progress in making a home for her. Now, if I could help to make men in that FOI that are so strong mentally, spiritually, and morally, and physically, that they will go out and make the money, that they will be able to start in an apartment and tell me in a few years of being in the mosque, my wife, I put her in a home. I carpeted the floor. I gave her the modern conveniences. But she ain't never satisfied. She ain't made that way. She is not made to let you get comfortable on what you did yesterday. She really is the epitome of the lesson. What are you doing today for me, baby? I want to hear from you at once. So whatever whatever you did yesterday, you better do it today and be prepared to do more tomorrow, because she'll be on your case. Because maintenance is an everyday thing. How many times you wash your face? You didn't wait for a week, I hope. Maintenance is every day. Maintaining the wife is every day. Every day. Every day. Open the refrigerator. Is there enough food? Every day. What is needed to keep the home? You mean you don't have Tide, you don't have Bounce, you don't have Clorox, you don't have scouring powder, you don't have mouthwash, you ran out of toothpaste. You say, well, baby, look, put your finger in your mouth and rub it across. Some of us think that our wives should be happy with nothing. And some of us believe that our wives will be happy with something. They're not happy with nothing, and they're not happy with something. But you better keep her on doing something. Am I lying? Sisters, if I make a mistake, you tell me. The female is the second self of God, and she's created, as the Honorable Elijah Muhammad taught me, to try to equal herself up to God. So the better you are, the better she'll try to be. The more you strive to do your duty to God, she'll try to equal you in that function. I've been doing so many sit-ups. I know that's right. My pants is falling off me. And I'm going to get these fat gut brothers in shape. Well, see, maintenance means that you need to see your knees. And if you have not seen your knees in a long time, you need an uplift. Sometimes that thing is sagging so low you need a jack. This is not a good tape. Physical. You understand physical now, you need money. So FOI, Brother Captain, in the restructuring of the FOI, we have to teach and train every man,
Yes, sir.
to be one who knows how to make money, to be more of a provider and maintainer for his family. That is making a man.
Yes, sir.
You with me, brothers?
Yes, sir.
Don't you want to know more how to make more money?
Yes, sir.
If you don't have a job, then there must be those in the FOI that teach us sales technique so that we can become a master.
Yes, sir.
Because the more you master selling, I mean, you can sell anything and make a living, and the more you sell, the more money you make, and the more money you make, you can make a good home. Come on, and friendship in all walk of life. I'm getting to the home part later.
Yes, sir.
But we just talking about role now.
Yes, sir.
Maintain. Go home tonight, get your dictionary, and if you have a Roget's thesaurus, men, look up the word maintenance. And all that goes with it, study it.
Yes, sir.
Because that is your duty.
Yes, sir.
Our duty.
Yes, sir.
Physical now. You're a protector. Physical.
Yes, sir.
You fight for her.
Yes, sir.
You let no harm come to her. You give your life for her life. You're a protector, and you can't be her protector and don't have the will to fight or the skill to fight. I'm talking about physical now.
Yes, sir.
Every man has to be a fighter.
Yes, sir.
Make all men and boys join the FOI and make them brave fighters, willing at any time to give their lives for Allah's sake and righteousness.
That's right.
Maintenance, providence. In the word providence is provide. In the word beneficence, bene, meaning well and good doing. That's your nature, brothers. And you know what? God always feels good giving. Isn't that right?
Yes, sir.
All God expects is gratitude. A man always feels good when he can give the woman he loves something. Here, baby. His heart almost busts when he can go and pick a dandelion. And you better know how to smile when he tried to do something nice. Is that all you could do? Sister, you got a fight on your hand if you talk like that. If the man bring a rose home, even if it don't, you in a bad mood, make him to know you appreciate his effort at a small thing, and the next time he'll make it bigger. But brother, when is the last time you did bring a rose home? When is the last time you gave your wife something that she didn't expect? The man is a giver of gifts. Now I know she want that big house, that big car, but you better need some big money. So if we ain't got the big money, be big patience.
That's right.
But sisters, God gives us more than anybody gives. Allah gives, and all he expects from us is prayer and gratitude. Now what does God expect from his woman?
Come on.
Hey baby, I brought you in existence, you know what I'm saying? You like your body? I give it to you. I formed it for you. You like it? Yeah, I did that. Little it is that you give thanks. Ingratitude makes Allah displeased with us. Everything we got, brothers, Allah gave it to us. So we should be grateful to him. And when your husband does something nice for you, sisters, what should you do? What should you do? Be grateful. Don't just say thanks. And your mouth all curled up funny. Make over what he does. He'll do more. Because he really wants, if he's any kind of man or husband at all, he really wants to please you. And you don't know, it makes a man feel so good when he knows he has pleased the one he loves. Waradeen Muhammad, every chance he gets, he eats me alive. Farrakhan don't even answer him. It's like a man breaking wind in a hurricane. Before you smell it, it's gone. Sorry about that, man. It's a little vile, I know. I learned that from Akbar. No, I'm not going to put that on you, Akbar. Well, a little humor is always good. But all I'm saying to you, beloved, and I'm not beating my chest. And when he ain't trying and don't want to please you no more, trouble is in the house. We'll get to that. Now, brothers, you understand?
Yes, sir.
Physical.
Yes, sir.
But there's more to a woman than physical. Let's deal with spiritual. Who is she? The second self of God. What kind of conversations y'all talk about at breakfast? What kind of conversations do you have after prayer? Do you read the Quran together and discuss revelation? Let me tell you something about truth and knowledge and revelation. Y'all all right? Yes, sir. Your conversation with each other, what level is it on? You know, I was at class yesterday, and that sister, I'm telling you, she just made me sick. Well, honey, my lieutenant, I don't know, I was going to shoot him last night. I'm sitting down trying to listen to the minister. And he done tapped me on my shoulder with an ugly look in his ugly face, telling me if I come to the back. Now, the level of your conversation sets the spirit of the home. You have a house. We would like to create a home. And see, home can only be a home when God is the ruler of that home. Now check this out. You may be telling the truth of your woes. And naturally, as husband and wife, you talk about your woes to each other, you know. But that conversation level is down here. And when you're gossiping and slandering people, which you do, that puts your conversation, I can't even get down. It's low down.
That's right.
So the energy in the house is as low as the conversation.
Beautiful. That's right. Beautiful.
Now let's pick the conversation up. I'm going to talk about you. Well, I may be telling the truth, but that's not necessarily good home conversation. I may be talking about even Bible or Quran. That's higher, isn't it? Yes. But the highest conversation is when you start talking about what God revealed to the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. That's revelation. Wasn't in the world before.
Right.
So the level of electrical energy in those words is higher than reading the Quran or reading the Bible or discussing that. But when you say what Elijah said, that Master Farrakhan revealed to him. Your conversation is at the highest level, and the energy keeps your light on in your face. Because God's revelation inspires you. It's life. So if you really want to get down that road, brothers, as a maintainer, you gotta know what God said to Muhammad. Do you discuss it? If you don't discuss the teachings, then the bond that binds you spiritually is not there. So from prayer comes discussion of revelation in your conversation, which leads to the spiritual maintenance of the woman of God. Right. She's God's woman, brother. And you can't just talk to her about anything. Sometimes you just may, get one of them cheap conversations going, which we all do. True? Yes, sir. Y'all don't want to admit that, huh? Them cheap conversations go on more than anything else. And probably that's why you don't have the Spirit. In your marriage relationship with each other, you start losing the Spirit. Do you know how you got in touch with each other? And when you start falling in love, there's a certain conversation. If you're a real Muslim, what's going to attract you? The fact that she's one. Right. You're talking about the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Yeah. You're talking about the Word. You're talking about what God did and what the purpose is and what the nation is about. Yeah. And you say, whoa, this girl is something. She like what I like. Yeah, this is good. Then all of a sudden, after you get married, the conversation ain't on that level no more. Hey, baby, you sure looking good. Woo. Well, that's conversation too, and it's real, And it's not bad to be there sometime. She like that on that level sometime. But don't stay there. That's God's woman. And she loves God. And the more you and I reflect God, the more she fall in love with us. God is stern, but God is kind. God is stern, but God is just. God ain't no fool, he's super wise. God is knower of subtleties, and women are full of subtleties. Somebody banging? Oh. Now, brothers, you can't be no fool and maintain a woman on the spiritual and mental level. On the mental level, it is empirical knowledge. If you don't read the newspaper or study what's going on in the world, your revelation, your knowledge of revelation gives you insight into the news. Say, baby, did you see this thing today? Hey, look, they had a bomb at the Olympics. You see, TWA 800 went down. Over 60 people saw a light going toward it. Now they ain't talking about that no more. Now they're saying they don't know what happened. The black box didn't give them nothing. All of a sudden now, Clinton is talking about Iran and Libya and terrorism. What's that all about? When you know the teachings, you can begin to compare notes, and before you know it, the level of your conversation is intellectual, it's stimulating. Because a woman, listen, a woman that is talking to babies all day long, she wants to break out of baby talk, and she wants to sit down with her husband and talk on another level. I'm getting to your role in a minute, sisters. We're just role playing now. Brothers, you have to be readers. You have to be knowledgeable of what is going on in the world on a daily basis. You must be insightful, and you must engage your wife in conversation that reflects the mental prowess that you are trying to develop. And you'll be surprised what she will add to that conversation from her insight. Don't you think that women don't have insight into these things? Listen to Sister Tainetta Muhammad. She has insight into the things that's going on in the world, but you won't know that unless you engage her in that kind of conversation, because she ain't going to talk on no other cheap level. That, to me, is what her husband was an example of. He was the master of the teachings of Master Farad Muhammad. And he attracted her with those teachings. And he nurtured her with those teachings and with the understanding of the Quran. When you marry a man of that kind of knowledge, you should be constantly trying to extract from him what he knows about God. And every man who is a God, lesser God, should try to know as much about God, so that the conversation in your home can be based on God and what God revealed and what God's will is, since you both are Muslims and your duty is to submit to do his will. Is it making sense? So, brothers, now this physical, spiritual, mental, which I just mentioned, moral. Now, moral maintenance is based on the moral law. Upkeep of the female in the moral sense. As men, we should strive to live up to the moral law and bring things around us up to the moral law. And when we would lapse, the mate should help the person to come back to the moral law. Upkeep, maintenance on all levels. That is the duty, the role of the man. Now, brothers, if you were to rate yourself, A as excellent, B as good, C as fair, D as poor, F as a failure, how would you rate yourself in your upkeep and maintenance of your life on all these levels? Don't tell me you're great. I know you'll give yourself an A. But honesty demands, well, ask her. Ask her. Not when you get home. No, you better ask her here, because it might be a fight. Now look, I'm serious.
Go ahead. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Laugh.
Yes, sir.
If your grade is not A, ain't too many A's in the room. In fact, there may be none. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Who is A in the room? Is anybody? You can't judge me. You ain't my wife. You have to ask Sister Farrakhan what my grade is. And if I lied to myself and lied to you like I'm excellent in everything, oh, brother, you don't need no liars in front of you. You had enough of that crap. My wife would have to grade me. I cannot grade myself. Now you have to be fair, wife, because you can't grade him on desires that you have is way out here. Grade him on how well he did by you with the money that he makes. And if he only made a little, then you can't grade him as a failure simply because he didn't give you no good home and you know damn well he didn't have good home money. So some of you ain't qualified even to grade your husband because you really ain't got a yardstick. I just gave you the yardstick. Now be fair. If he's trying and he hasn't done as well as you would like, then give him a C or a D. If he's poor, and then if he deserves an F, flunk him. And look, if you fail, you're headed for divorce. And any teacher will tell you, well, here's another semester. Work hard next semester and you could pull it up by the final exam. Brothers, sisters, you don't want divorce. You want your marriage to work. And it will not work, brothers, if we don't pull up to the standard. Are you listening? Now this standard is good if you're 90 years old and you got a woman, she still needs maintenance. I know it's hot and some of you are tired and your marriage is as tired as you are. I don't think you're more tired than I am. And I don't know whether you're hotter than I am because I'm under these lights as well as the heat. So you can bear it. Stay awake. Then again, he said, you know, brother, Allah does not love any self-conceited boaster. He said, for that kind of talk is like the braying of an ass. And the braying of an ass in the Quran is a most hateful sound. Even though Allah created the ass, he don't like to hear the ass make sounds. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I don't. Excuse me. Wait. I got to clean that up right away. Right away. No. Excuse me. I don't want you to misunderstand because sometimes we are so vulgar. And this is a world where you can't go to a movie. You can't turn on your television because the level of filth and vulgarity is so great that our ears have become so accustomed to filth. So I don't want anyone to think that I'm engaging in that kind of cheap dialogue, but I'm using the language of the Quran or the language of the translator. He said, Allah, the most hateful sound in Allah's ears is the braying of an ass. Now, when you hear that sound, he compares that to the self-conceited boaster. Now, what is it that we have to boast of? If it's good, who does it belong to? It belongs to Almighty God, Allah. So to him and to him alone is due the praise, the glory, and the honor. The Holy Quran tells Muhammad that no one comes to Allah except as an honored servant. Allah has no associates. He has no partners. He has no equals. Nobody is on his level. The only way you can approach Allah is by his permission. So all of us who come this way come to leave, and Allah is forever. Well, so much for the man. Now, when you have a man that is struggling to make money, to physically, spiritually, mentally, and morally maintain you, there is a proper response to that man. Now, what is your nature system? The Quran says that the woman is created as the consoler of the man. When your baby is upset and crying, what does a mother do? She goes to the baby. She does something to console the baby, comfort the baby. A woman is a comfort and consoler to the man. And if the man is hard working and is giving you what it takes to maintain you, then what his demand is from you is that which consoles him. Now you're the consoler, right? You know what consoles a man? Let's start on the physical level. How did he fall in love with you? As an Aunt Jemima looking woman? Bad breath, drool running down the side of your mouth. He didn't fall in love with you looking like no rat. So what consoles his eye is when he comes home, he see you. And you should know when he's coming home and get yourself ready to receive him at the door. You didn't hear me. You be hiding off in the bed somewhere. You hear the key come in the door, you don't give a damn. You know what I mean? All the niggas home. That is if he comes in a decent hour. Sometimes, brothers, you come home late. But there should be a time to come home, to sit with your wife and your children at a dinner table. Stay out all day and all night, and then come home, she tired, you tired, and you expect everything to be rosy. But when he comes home, sister, look how pretty y'all look tonight. I bet he ain't seen you looking like this in a long time. I'm only. But you all look so radiant, so beautiful. That's what made the man fall in love with you, girl. Be pretty for him. If he's a good husband, be pretty. Fix yourself up. Fix yourself up. You do it if you're going for some other man. Why not do it for the man that's maintaining you? You did it to get him. Now do it to keep him. Because hell, there's too many pretty women out there. Ain't got no husbands either. And they're sure looking at yours, wondering why he stays with you. You know that's right. Sisters, let me tell you. When you know that that man is married, don't you make no effort to be in that man's face and present yourself before your sister's husband in a way that you want your sister's husband to be attracted to you. Your motive will condemn you with God. You hear me? Yes, sir. All right. Now, you know he's coming home. The way you look is consolation to him. You know, it's nice to hear your husband say, baby, you sure look good. How long has it been? Baby, you sure smell good. How long? You remember how you used to perfume? Talk to me. Sister's getting a little embarrassed, you know what I mean? Did you put on perfume when you was going out to courting? Yes, you did. You made sure you had a little something here, a little something behind the ear. Powdered yourself down all pretty nice, you know. Now there ain't no powder in the house. She can't find the perfume bottle. That's funny, but that's your role. When he comes home, the house is what he sees. He walks in the door, a diet. You go in the kitchen, dishes. You go in the bedroom, the bed ain't made. You go in the bathroom, jewelry all in the tub. Everybody's rings is there. Place smelling funky. When he hit the door, you ugly, the house ugly, what's going on? What the hell is going on? He went there, and you come right back. You don't know what it's like. I've been in here with your crazy children all day long. And I'm just sick and tired of this. This is not a good tape, right, Sheree? Now the house, the attitude and the spirit in the house is gone. You go in the kitchen. Where Where's the dinner? Wait. I didn't have no time. Here, this is all I got. Here, these mashed potatoes. I popped this in the oven. Say, baby, come on. He said, damn. All right, I'm leaving. And he go to Subway. And get a 12-foot sandwich. And come back home. Now he mad, you mad. Time to go to bed now. Sometime conversation starts. Ill-motivated. You use each other for pleasure, but you don't serve each other. You make a prostitute out of her and you become a pimp. She's angling for something that she deserved and using sex as the way to get it. After the relationship, honey, remember them shoes we saw? Now what is that? That ain't no way to have a righteous communion. You don't use sex to get what you deserve just by that man being your husband. And sisters, if the man is a good husband, you don't punish him by depriving him of yourself. I'll show him. Just remember Susie's down the street. And what they don't get at home, they may not be out selling papers. And when the ship is like it's going down and the wind and the waves is real strong. See, you've been in a plane and the plane start going up, going down, shaking. You don't say, "Oh, captain," "Oh, navigator," "Oh, stewardess." You said, "Oh, Lord." Whatever religious article you got your cross, you pull it out. You got your little Holy Quran in your pocket, you pull it out, hold on tight. Haven't read it in a long time, but it's all right. I know it's a good book, I'm going to hold on tight. And then Allah says, and when I get them safely to shore, lo, they set up other gods beside me. Surely man is ungrateful. And every one of you, every one of us, see, when God rocks our boat, and every one of us get a boat sometime that gets rocked. And when that boat is rocked, we pray. And man, I mean, that's when God gets the best prayer. When we're in trouble. So in order for God to get some good prayers, he got to keep us in a ship that keep rocking. Lord, Lord. I mean, when you cried, Lord, you wailing now. Oh, Lord. Then you say, look at you, if you just get me out of this, I promise you, I'm going to serve you for the rest of my days. Liar. And the minute he deliver you, You go back to them same old gods you've been worshiping until your boat rocks again. Surely man is ungrateful. So the devil says, I'm going to make them all unthankful. And then God says, yes, you'll get all except my purified ones. You get them all except those whom I purify. You can't purify yourself. See, purified is the past participle of the verb to purify, and it suggests that an actor outside of yourself acted with an agent of purification to purify the person, and the person must be in agreement with the action of purification. Now just watch this. I'm almost where I need to go to end it. Now, Satan, I'm going to make them all deviate. Have we deviated? See, look at the way we think. Look at the way we act. Look even at the way we dress. In the time of Jesus, they didn't wear no miniskirts. They didn't wear no pants with their crotch is so tight that when a man is walking the street and he's looking at you, his eyes start up at the top. You got a little halter on. Your breast is out. Little babies, when they see you, they start crying because they think it's feeding time. And the Bible got you talking about she's walking, mincing as she walks. Got these noisy shoes on. In other words, look at me, nigga. Ain't I fine? And you learn how to walk as a baby. Shake that booty. See? And the poor fool of a man, we could be thinking something good. When you walk by the conversation, stop. He Bible reading. And I'll get back to the book later. You so fine, sisters. You are so beautiful, sisters. But Satan is styling your clothes. You used to wear jeans, they were kind of loose. Then they tightened them up. Then they shortened them down. Now your jeans is at your hip and your midsection is exposed. You stoop over, you bend over, your underwear showing. And what do you care? Now, I remember a time when women were so decent, they wouldn't put their underwear on a clothesline where men could come by and see their underwear. They would hang their underwear somewhere in the house to dry, and sometimes wouldn't let their children see their drawers. But today your drawers is in the public eye. You got a thong on and your backside showing. I'm asking you, whose fruit are you? Whose children are you? And what are you doing with God's time? Now people are coming out believing that they're born. See, nature don't make mistakes. Can you imagine a homosexual bird? Now they might have a wing broken or a leg broken, but somebody interfered, you know. But for a male bird to want to cohabit with another male bird, how in the heck will the bird species multiply?
Come on, talk about it.
Now you got male blades of grass, female blades of grass. God haven't made no mistake.
That's right.
A male blade of grass saying, I like them. Whoa, look at this.
That's right.
Look, God loves you. I don't care what your condition is. He has a remedy for unnatural behavior, immoral behavior, unethical behavior.
Yes, sir. That's right.
Because all of this has contributed to your short lifespan. Now look, there are trees right here in California, redwood trees. Some of them are 1,000, 1,200 years old. Have you ever wondered how a tree could live 1,200 years and man and woman are the glory of God and can't get to 100?
That's right. That's right.
Think with me. You open your Bible and it talks about the long livers, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900 years. You saying, oh, that can't be real. That ain't real. No, it's not real, definitely in our life.
That's right.
But it's real. You got turtles 400 years old.
Come on.
Turtles.
Turtle.
And you are the glory of God. And you senile in your 60s. Dementia, can't remember who, what, where, when. See, there's something wrong. And it's not your fault. It's just that we are the victims of Satan playing in the field of our ignorance. See, the scripture says, my people are destroyed. For what? Well, look outside. Are our people destroyed?
Yes.
Heck, you don't have to look outside. Look inside.
Yes, sir.
So the businessman, knowing that we get $750 billion through our hands each year, we are not poor. We're just ignorant, but not poor. Now, if our people can come up with a plan that shows us how to use this. This is a $20 bill. Well, I better use the Benjamins. I may just have a, oh yeah, here's a Benjamin. Come on, brother. Now, Benji is a friend of all of us when you have him in your pocket. This is a white friend. And the more friendship we have with Benji, the better we feel at night when we lay down. Now I lay me down to sleep. I pray all these Benjamins I can keep. But they can print this for a fraction of a penny. So they can just print it all up. And that's what they're doing. And if you study the economics of the country and the world, the dollar is falling fast. So what we got to do with Benji, we got to gather as much of this as possible and turn it into real wealth. A nation of thinking people can capitalize on Benjamin and leverage Benjamins and build institutions that will outlive us. We're on the brink of immortality right now. Then the next phase of this is political. I was turning my TV and I saw the whistle in the train. Soul Train, yeah. I said, wait a minute, let me see what the young people are into. My mouth fell down on my knees. And my daughter said, oh, Daddy, that's decent compared to... I said, what? She said, this was decent. I happened to turn the dial again. It was a hip-hop awards. Huh? I said, well, let me see what our young people are doing here. When I saw that, I started to pray. I said, Father, I said, ain't no use in me kidding myself. I'm wasting my time. Get me the hell up out of here. Now, listen, man, this is no joke now. Because when the servant of God gets tired of you, then Allah begins to do what needs to be done to make you do what is right. You're not going to do right just because somebody tell you what right is. You already know what right is. But it's going to take God whooping your behind. And so I'm getting you off my chest. This next year, I'm going all out to spread the word, and I'm through. You're not going to hear my voice. You're going to hear the trumpet that is after this trumpet. I feel sorry for you, for what God is going to put on you. Because you are his people, he loves you, but he's going to whoop the hell out of you until you recognize that he wants you to straighten up your life, and you can't go on being the type of fool that you are and think that God is going to overlook that. Let me tell you, when you kill a black man, that's some serious stuff, brother. Because God came to save the black man. And you gonna kill us because of your foolishness? It's over. You hear what I say today? Some of you won't get past this week. I'm telling you what I know. He's gonna answer what I say. Some of you won't get past this week. You're gonna feel it. He'll be up in your video, whooping the hell out of you because you know better. Yeah, you're going to take a woman out and blow her brains out because of some drugs that some family member messing up, so you're going to kill somebody. I don't know whether the woman innocent or guilty, but you're going to take a woman out of her house and kidnap her and kill her? You think you're going to get away with that crap? Now, I'm going to tell you what's going to happen. See, you don't believe this white man is your enemy. So what God is going to do, since you have become an enemy to yourself, God is going to turn this white man loose on you. Since you like to kill, yeah, well, you can't outkill him. God got something for him, but he gonna make him whoop the hell out of you. Mark my words. When you see it happening, remember, you heard it here. And wherever you are, in the dope den, in the whorehouse, in the freak house, when it hits you, remember, I better go get myself together. For some, it'll be too late. But for others, those that it's too late for will be examples for the rest of you. He's going to come in your house and start killing the members of your family. I'm just going to put it to you because I ain't going to waste another bit of damn time with you. Because I'm not no damn entertainer sitting here making you feel good and you go out and living that damn life that you living and you think you can come back here and play me. I said he's coming in your house and start taking out members of your family that you love and the better ones among you and leaving the worst ones to suffer. You're going to be all right after you get the whooping. You know how it is when you're growing up? Your mother started whooping you, or your father, and you tell him, I ain't gonna do that no more. I ain't gonna do that no more. He said, I know. So when God get finished, you can tell him, I ain't gonna do that no more. Because he know damn well if you live through it, you won't do it no more. The Bible puts it like this. If he didn't shorten those days for his elect's sake, not one soul would be left alive on the earth. Now just watch the events. Every day it's going to get worse and worse and worse. Just these next few years are going to be some pretty rough ones. You like America's wealth, huh? What's going to happen when the stock market crashes? You're going to kill each other over some dead white president on a piece of paper? What's going to happen when the money has no more value? And you see rich men lighting their cigars with $1,000 bill. What you going to do then? Your day of playing with God is all over. And I shouldn't say your, I should say our. Because many of us who teach this word need a whipping. He'll break the cross. He will kill in us the appetite for filth. And when that appetite in you for filth is over, you will start growing in uprightness. And that's when your real power will come. It does not come in evil. It comes in good. Respite me till the day when they are raised. That means you and I are functioning on a dead level. You really don't know your real power as a human being. God did not make a mistake when the scripture says he made the man in his own image and after his own likeness. That means that there's so much to you, more than what you think. You are very powerful. I mean, the one of you that thinks the least of yourself, you are very powerful. Potentially. But you won't realize how powerful you are until you start growing in uprightness. Your brain is a radio station. Your brain is a television station. Oh, you didn't hear me. That's why you can lay down sometimes at night and see with these eyes, with the spiritual eye, what these eyes have never seen. And hear with your spiritual ear what these ears have never heard. Because hearing and seeing is not physical, it is spiritual. And the more spiritually awake you are, you can listen to people think. Because when you think, your brain is oscillating, sending out waves. And all somebody who is real righteous can just tune up on your frequency. Now, the Bible tells you Jesus had that kind of power. They said when he was among the people, they said Jesus, knowing their thoughts, said such and such and did such and such. They didn't ever have to catch Jesus. They never would have got Jesus. He wanted to fulfill what was written. Otherwise, he could have heard their plans and escaped their plans because he knew what they were thinking. And sometimes, in a little glimpse, you had that kind of power too. Even in your madness, you lay down in the bed and come up, wake up. And you say, you know, call so-and-so, I saw something, and I think they're in trouble and something. Pick up the phone, and the very thing you saw is exactly what's happening. What is that? That's a sign to you of what you really are. See, this head of yours. Ooh, I just can't get it all out today. But this head, it carries so much potential. Let me, I think that you understand this. The good side of the cross is it represents the duality in human nature. But unfortunately, the horizontal has won out over the upright. When Jesus was raised from the dead, on Easter Sunday in church, we sing this song. The strife is o'er, the battle done. The victory of life is won. All glory to that risen Son. Alleluia. The strife, the struggle is over, meaning that Jesus had these two natures and there was a struggle, as there is in you and in me. Sometimes the animal side went over and you lay down in your bed and you say, oh, why did I do that? Oh, why did I say that? See, your conscience starts whooping you. That's the upright nature of you calling you up from the low-down thing. The low-down thing is what got you can't sleep at night sometimes. You understand what I'm saying? So now you're good. I'm going to do better. And then you do good for a while, and then all of a sudden, you know how when the brother take a hit of heroin, he nodding off, you know what I mean? You wonder why he ain't falling. The point I'm making, brothers, is every day that you get up, you got to get up ready to struggle. The day that you wake up and say, I ain't struggling no more, that's the day you're in trouble. That's why, as a Muslim, we wake up with God. We forsake our bed and we get right to Fajr prayer before the sunrise. And we try to not let prayer become a meaningless ritual, but let it have some meaning, huh? You start your day with Allah, with God, in prayer. That means you're going out now to struggle. You get yourself dressed. While you're dressing, what thoughts are in your mind? You're washing your face. You're brushing your teeth. You're combing your hair. You pick out the clothes you're going to put on. Where you going? I'm going to school. What you going to school for? To learn. Well, why are you putting on clothes to attract? I never thought about that. I want to make sure that the sweater is real tight, you know, because I'm developing. And I want the boys in the class to see how fine I'm becoming. So I have a tight skirt on, you know. And before I leave, I look in the mirror. And I check it out. Because I know that's what he's going to check out. See, now that's a little bit of God, a little bit of Satan. Who going to win on that day? Now we in the street. Your friends say, hey, baby, how you doing? Oh, ain't nothing to it, nothing to it. I got a little weed. You know we're having that math test today. You got to get right. Get your head right. So we slip in the ladies' room or the men's room and now you're struggling. Any resemblance to any person living or dead ain't no coincidence at all. Brothers and sisters, look. It's a struggle to be right, man. Because every day something is pulling on you. Some friend is pulling on you. You know? And especially when you're trying to be a Muslim. Or the brother trying to be right. You know what I mean? He come to FOI a few times. He say, man, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. And he go back to his buddies. Look, man, the minister's out. He's coming out. He's teaching Sunday. Well, you want to come out with me? Yeah. Yeah, you rapping, huh? You really rapping? Uh-huh. And he rolling a weed, see? And he say, you want to have some? Oh, no. What's wrong with you? Not what's right with you. What's wrong with you? You ain't gonna blow this with me, brother? You went over that place one time and them niggas done turn you into... Oh, man. What? Oh, man. And you know, and the hardest test is your girlfriend and the boyfriend. But they ain't gonna understand. You know, they definitely don't understand that. You say, well, honey, I'm trying to be respectful of you. Yeah, well, you can respect me. Come on upstairs. And inspect what you've been respecting. Say, brother, it gets rough. Out there trying to sell a newspaper looking handsome as you look. Sister ain't got no husband, you trying to sell a newspaper. She said, yes, I'd like to buy that paper. Just one moment, please. Don't stand out in the hallway. It's kind of cold out there. Come on in. It's not easy. And sometimes you're up, sometimes you're down. But with Jesus, the strife is over. The battle is done. The victory of life is won. He was raised from a dead level. And now he's upright, don't intend to go back down. I have been over treasuries with millions of dollars in it. And God is my witness. I have never taken as much as a dime or as little as a penny that did not belong to me. I was trained well to die before I give up the people's money. That's the way Malcolm trained me. It might have been a little extreme. But when they burned my house to the ground, I got my children out first, and I had some of the people's money. I was going into the flames to get the people's money, brother, because that's the way I was trained. I saw Malcolm put a man out of the mosque for 90 days. He couldn't walk in our society because he borrowed a quarter out of the register and put it back. But he was training us, you don't take what don't belong. You ain't got no right to borrow what don't belong to you. When you are placed over the people's trust, then you have to be an honorable person. And once our people start putting, say if 1 million people put $10 in, how much is in the treasury? If they did it for 4 weeks, how much is in there? See, somebody over that ain't got good moral character get kind of crazy. But they can't go nowhere on the earth that we won't find them. That's right. That's right. Our brothers in the gangs, you see, they waiting for somebody to, to have to deal on. But a righteous drive by. No, I'm not going. I would just say that in truth, we have to be men of high moral character.